Hi everyone, today I am here with Poetic Devices of poem number 4, The Lake Isle of Innisfree from class 9 textbook. Now, first poetic device that is used is alliteration. Alliteration means when the same letter or sound they occur in consecutive words or clauses. For example, here, a hive for the honeybee. Her is being repeated. Lake water lapping with low. L is getting repeated in all three. Sounds by the shore. So, sir is repeated. So, whether a letter or a sound gets repeated. I hear it in my heart's core. So, her is getting repeated. So, this is alliteration. Second poetic device is personification. When an inanimate object is given the quality of a person, then it is personification. For example, peace comes dropping slow. So, here peace is as if a person who is coming and dropping very slowly. In the same way, the morning is considered as a bride here, which is wearing a veil. So that is why it is said veil of the morning. In the same way, midnight's all a glimmer. So midnight is all a glimmer. It's as if consists of something very shiny. So here these things are being personified. Third poetic device is repetition. Repetition is when the words get repeated again for emphasis. For example, I will arise and go now and go to Innisfree. So here go is getting repeated. Fourth poetic device is metaphor. Metaphor is when we compare two things without using words like and as. So when we compare two things without using words like and as, that's metaphor. For example, here morning is compared to bride which is wearing a veil, and that is why it is written veils of the morning. Next poetic device is symbolism. Symbolism means a word signifying something else, or a word or a thing denotes something else. For example, Innisfree here is a symbol of peace, and also poets escape from city life. So when he wants to go away from the hustle and bustle of city life, he is using Innisfree as a symbol of that peace. Next is assonance. Assonance is a poetic device where two syllables which are very close have the same vowel sound. For example, I will arise. So here E sound is repeated. Go now. O sound is repeated. Noon, a purple glow. O is repeated. So that's assonance. Next is onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is when the sound words are used. For example, the bee glade. So we can imagine the whole valley has this sound of buzzing of bee. Lapping. Here we can hear the sound of the water lapping at the shore. So when we get these sound words, that's onomatopoeia. Eighth poetic device is anaphora. Anaphora is when lines in a poem have similar kind of starting. For example, I will arise, I here, just for the sake of emphasis. It can be one word or more than one word. Next is imagery. Imagery is when we can imagine everything happening in front of our eyes. In our mind, we can actually visualize everything. For example, a small cabin built. So we can imagine that cabin. 9 row will I have. So we can imagine those 9 rows of beans. So everything where we can imagine, that's imagery. So I've just given 2 examples. You'll find many more in the poem. Next is enjambment. Enjambment is when the line ends abruptly without a punctuation mark and it continues in the next consecutive line. For example, and I shall have some peace therefore. Here the line ends and moves on to peace comes dropping slow. So when there is no punctuation mark, that's enjambment. If you like the explanation, please like, share and even subscribe the channel. And I have a wonderful collection of mind maps for class 10. So do subscribe. Thank you so much.